Well, Pam, voting starting already here in Olmsted County for the primary election coming up. For those, maybe it's their first time they voted or haven't voted in a while, what's the basic information that
Well, they
they
just
should
come
need to
into our,
know?
they just come into our office. If they're registered, then they will be, have to fill out an application for an absentee ballot. And then when that's done, we put them into the system, make sure we get the right ballot for the person by the system information. We have over 104 different ballot styles, so because we have the school district on there and the city. And we just like the polling place, you know, they have to go through the process, but they have to fill out an application first. And if they need to register, then they need to bring in some kind of identification and proof of residency. So if their driver's license or ID is updated with their current information, then they are good to register and then do the application for the absentee and then receive their ballot here in the office, and they can vote their ballot and put it in the envelopes for the absentee process, and their ballot is put into the ballot box.
Can they bring a utility bill? I know that used to be something they could do.
A utility bill is also one proof of residency. So a utility bill like a garbage bill, TV bill, electric, gas, something like that. And then even if it's on their phone, a lot of people pay by electronically now, so they can bring up that. And it has to be within 30 days of the election or today, you know, the day that they come in. So it has to be a current bill.
Well, sounds pretty easy. Years ago, or for forever until there was a change, it was called absentee balloting. It's kind of now changed to early balloting because before you needed an excuse, or you're going to be out of town or whatever. But now you just show up and vote, right?
Right. Yep. It's still called absentee balloting, you know, and then the 1 week before the election, then that's called direct balloting. So 7 days prior, they can actually come in and do the same process, fill out the application, but they can actually put their ballot directly into a tabulator instead of into the envelopes. Or they can do the envelopes too. It's their choice, which way they would like to do that. But yes, it's a good process, and in 2016 it was very welcomed by everybody. We had lines out the door.
Yeah, I remember there was a good turnout. What if somebody, for whatever reason, wants to change their ballot? Maybe I know over the years we've had candidates maybe pull out, maybe a candidate dies, or I mean, what do they need? What do they need to do to change their ballot?
They can actually, I think at a certain point before the direct balloting where they put it into the equipment, they can claw back their ballot. So if they have a ballot that they voted absentee and it's in the envelope and it's before the 7 days prior to the election, that is the time that we can start processing those ones that are in the envelopes. They can actually come in and have their ballot brought back and out of the system, and then redone.
Just do another one.
We can spoil that ballot.
And if they don't meet that deadline, can they change it or no?
No, they can't.
They can't.
No.
So that it's 7 days
7
before.
days prior.
So they need to know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And ballot being spoiled, this would be if they. We should note that in these primary or in any election in Minnesota, really, or for the primary rather, you need to stick with one party. You can't do a Democrat and a Republican. You need to go
Stay on one party line.
And if they don't, that's called a spoil ballot. And does that spoil the whole ballot?
No, the local races would still be counted. So if we do have one that's put into an envelope and not put through the equipment, and they do cross party lines, then we eliminate all of those party offices, and then we can duplicate that ballot for the local races.
So that's something very important to know if you haven't voted in the primary before. Make sure you stick with that one political party.
Exactly.
So the dates, June 29th through August 13th?
Yes.
Okay.
Open.
And the primary day itself is on the 14th.
On
for
the
those
14th.
who can't vote early or absentee can certainly show up at the polls and vote then too.
Yes.
We should also note, is this the second election you're holding in this site? second time you've had it here, or have you
No,
been doing
since
this?
2012.
Okay.
We've been at this site.
And we should mention this site is on the Olmsted County Fairgrounds at Grand Park, right along 3rd Avenue Southeast,
Yep.
across from, there's a dealership.
Yeah, right, small engine.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Give a plug for them.
Easy to park.
Yeah.
We just drove in here. Easy to park here if you want to come out and vote. Is there a good time of the day to vote, or doesn't it matter?
It
What do you
doesn't matter
recommend?
at this point. We're open 8 to 5, and then we're going to have extended hours the week before the election on Tuesday and Thursday. So we will be open until 8 p.m. those days. And I can get those exact dates if you'd like. Those would be August 7th and August 9th.
August 7th and 9th.
And then on
Okay.
August 10th, no, August 11th, we're open on that Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay. So exercise your right to vote, right?
Yes,
Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
you're welcome.